Hello everyone, I'm Juliette Samuel and welcome to Beauty Business Blueprint. This is the channel for estheticians, aromatherapists, and handmade beauty artisans who are ready to begin their business of selling beauty products online. Who am I? I am an esthetician. I'm also an aromatherapist and a handmade beauty artisan. We've had a business online for more than 15 years, selling beauty products to women primarily and men with melanin-rich skin. This was our e-commerce business and still is. When we first started this business, and you will hear me often say we, because we're a family-owned business, my husband, my son, my daughter, and myself, I thought it would be simple. All of us did, to a certain extent. We were coming from a brick and mortar environment, and it was a way of extending the product offering that we had to the online market. And learning how to move into that space turned out to be confusing, challenging, overwhelming to the 25th power. And that's simply because we didn't know what we were doing online. It was a learn as you go process. So as with a lot of businesses in life, you learn by doing. So to move into a space where you're having to understand how to write copy for your product description, how to position yourself online in terms of where you come up in the search results. And when we started, SEO was our main focus, and we had to learn a lot about positioning. And in learning about positioning, it took a lot of study, a lot of patience on our part, and just really being able to say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Now let's buckle down and do it. If you have ever poured yourself, your energy, your time, your money into creating a business, you will understand what it's like when I say the frustration and the overwhelm. You'll understand what it's like to have to work through that. Learning where we wanted to literally be in that space, it took us a minute. We understood that we wanted to be in the skincare side. When you look at beauty businesses, there's cosmetics is the umbrella, and that can be anything from mascara, your foundations, literally body products, skincare products as far as your cleansers, your toners, your moisturizers, your serums. All of those fall under the umbrella of cosmetics. Now it becomes, how do you niche yourself into that space? Well, we decided to go with the skincare side, primarily because my husband was up late one night and he was watching infomercials, and he often did that, watch the infomercials that come on late at night just to see what was selling. And that tells you a lot about the market that you're entering, because when you see an infomercial that's shown over and over and over again, that tells you that that product is selling, because people who advertise are not going to continue to throw their money behind something that's not working. So he started seeing all of these skincare commercials and skincare infomercials and said, that's a pretty good place to be. We started with basically just body products, the typical body butters, body scrubs, things like that, and slowly moved into the skincare side. And one of the things that took me into the place of aesthetics is that I didn't want to be talking about having a skincare line, and a lot of people do, without having some knowledge of how my products would affect the skin. I knew that I wanted to be able to have something that would be a solution to a lot of problems. And when we're talking melanin-rich skin, which literally became our niche, the audience that we would talk to, there were certain little nuances that were different. When you're talking melanin, you're talking about what gives your skin, your complexion, its beautiful color. 9 out of 10 times, melanin is speaking to your bronze, your beige, your chocolate, deep chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. When you look at the skin color, your complexion, that's what we're talking with melanin-rich skin. And it became our focus because I understood it being the market myself. So in working with products and product lines and manufacturers and vendors, I wanted to make sure we had the best offering that we could provide for problems that Black women were having, or women of color, or melanin-rich skin that they were having. Dark spots, uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, dryness. Those became the main focal points as to how we put our product line together. Now, in doing so, it still took a lot of work, because the challenge of how do I want to focus it? How many products do I want to have? One of the biggest lessons we learned was we had too many offerings to start with. So when you are considering how you will enter into that space of wanting to sell your products online, small is better, less is more, because all of those different SKUs and all of those different offerings provide you with more of a challenge, more overwhelm, especially if you have no clue about how to move into the space. Setting your business up online involves a lot of nuances, from the content creation that I spoke about to the email marketing, being able to create your product descriptions. That's part of your content creation. Copywriting, which is a different side. Content creation, basically, we're talking speaking to the benefits, the components of how your product will work, what features are there. The copywriting side, which is still using words, is speaking to how you will sell it, what you will charge, those type of different phrases that we're speaking to. One of the things that you want to take a look at is how well you've mastered your craft. As an esthetician in the treatment room, you understand what it means to work with your client, providing them with the best care for their skin. And as the aromatherapist, you may have created different blends that work with mood enhancement, relaxation, stress reduction. As the handmade artisans, you've put together the most luxurious whipped body butter, or a scrub, body butter scrub that helps to exfoliate dry skin cells. You've mastered your craft, but how well have you put your time and energy into being able to sell your product now in an online environment? I really would like to hear from you about what it is you've done with your business. Do you have a plan in place as to how you will move your business online? Are you already selling online? If you're already selling, is it working for you? If so, that's a wonderful advantage that you have. If you're confused about where to start, how to begin, that's real. Own it, because that's the first step in moving towards being able to learn how to generate revenue from your skills that you now possess, and how to generate revenue online. Because if you're within your treatment room or you're still creating products, you're earning money. You have to pay for the space you're in, even if it's your mortgage or your rent. You're still earning money to do that. And you want to be able to transfer that same knowledge and ability to the online market. When we first started, there was a lot of guessing, as I was telling you earlier, simply because we had no clue about what we were doing. So we were trying to figure out how many products to bring in, what type of product to bring in. Everything's a test. Even when it comes to working on someone's skin, the approach that you take as the beauty professional, it's a test. When you learn your client's challenge, you then begin using products that will speak to the problem that they have, and it becomes the solution. You just want to make sure that your product is the solution. One of the things about moving your products online, it enables you to reach a broader market. If you're within a local community, say within your neighborhood, and you want to be able to expand your offering to a broader area, you can literally set your products, set your business up, and be able to market and promote online and ship to wherever that product is shown. If you're in Florida, you've put your store together, whether it's Wix or Shopify or BigCommerce, you can literally start marketing and moving your products to people in different states. A Florida-based business can sell to Arizona, Washington, California, New York, as long as the client is interested in the way you present and they're willing to try what you're offering. In putting the line together, one of the things that we found worked was in creating sample kits. And sample kits are a way for people to be able to try your product on a very small level with a small investment. And then once they realize or see what works, they will definitely scale up to full sizes. And then that becomes a growth step as far as your business and your product offering is concerned. Those little sample kits that you put together, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 offerings, enables your potential client to try different things and then be able to say, this works for me. Starting with a small cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and maybe a serum. That's 4 products, which means you have a 4-product line to begin with. That enables your client to test and try so that they will understand what's working and what's not working. And it also gives you data, because if you find that a certain product is not being ordered, then you'll know that that's a slow-moving product, and you can take it, pull it from your line, and then replace it with maybe something else based on what your clients are telling you. These are things we had to learn when we first started the business, taking it into the online space. You will also begin to see and learn from your clients the language that they're speaking, and then you will speak that language back to them. If they tell you, my skin is dull, well, typically if someone tells you that their skin is dull or ashy, that means that dead skin cell buildup, and a nice exfoliating product may be something that you can introduce, and they will be able to try it and see how it works for them. They may also say to you, some cleansers are just too abrasive, or they dry my skin out. It could be that particular product is being used on the wrong skin type. If it's oily skin, they will tell you, oh, my skin is oily, but this particular cleanser makes it even more oily. So you will understand how to adjust your offering based on that. Gel products will work better for a lot of people who have oily skin. If it's sensitive or dry, cream-based or milk-based product will work better, because it won't be as abrasive or offensive to the skin as they're working to relieve the dryness and the dullness in their complexion. Those are things that you want to listen out for from your clients. and it makes your offering that much easier when you're putting your line together. The things that I'm speaking about right now didn't happen overnight. Like I said, it was a learning process. But here's how it became part of my everyday life. I learned that I really enjoyed creating the content, writing the copy for what we did. We have a blog that's part of our e-commerce site, and that takes a lot of information, and learning how to speak to the consumer was something that I enjoyed because I'm literally talking to them based on real life scenarios that have taken place. If I've spoken to a client on the phone, then I will come back and do a blog post without giving names, speaking to the challenge that the client had. Saying, I spoke with a client the other day and she was telling me that she was having problems with A, B, C, or D as far as her skin is concerned. The blog post will literally be my conversation that took place with the client and other clients who were reading our blog on a weekly basis. They tell me, oh, I had that problem too. I really appreciate what you said. I'm going to try that. If you're sitting in your kitchen or in your treatment room or craft room and you're still feeling as though you're stuck, just know that you do not have to do this by yourself. We've created Beauty Business Blueprint so that we can have a community or space so that we'll be able to share ideas, bounce ideas off of different people, feel as though someone else is hearing what you're saying and working through what you're trying to accomplish. That's the space that we have here. When I first started, didn't exist. There were a few online places, yet when it came to truly understanding the internet and how it worked, I didn't see all of the different components that we needed to get our business up and running proficiently. So to save you time, we're here to help you move much faster with accuracy though, and with all of the right components in place. Inside Beauty Business Blueprint, it's where you'll find clarity and confidence. You'll be able to go from confused and overwhelmed into a mindset and a space where you can move your business to the next realm. So join us by clicking the subscription button, and we'll be waiting and welcoming you into our community so that you'll be able to grow your business as well as talk through concepts for your business and move yourself into the next space. If I can do it, you certainly can do it. Until next time, we'll see you then.